Governor for Gulf, Chris Iveta, submitted his withdrawal letter to Prime Minister following the recent events, claiming government's decision to divert allocated funds of business development grants meant for Gulf Province for Papua LNG. Mr. Iveta said he has filed a case against the government in what he believes strongly to be an illegal diversion of funds.
I remain with the party, but I will not be a member of the parliamentary caucus, and I will fight this fight, as I said, through the courts to seek redress, and whatever the court decides, that answer I accept.
Mr. Iveta also stated that he will remain as a Pangu Party member, concentrating and growing the party at the provincial level, and remain committed to cooperate long-term in developing upcoming projects such as Papua LNG, PASCA, and Wilder Beast with the government.
That I will withdraw from my party. I will withdraw from Pangu and just be an ordinary branch member in my province.
In a statement, Mr. Iveta said he has made a difficult decision to withdraw from Marape government. He stated that the decision was not made lightly, but it is necessary. The Gulf landowners spokesman said they support their provincial member on his decision and they are waiting for courts to make its decision. Aggrieved landowners, clan leaders and other indigenous people of Gulf Province turned up in numbers to air out their concern. They claimed that for years, landowners of Gulf Province were not given the opportunity to participate in any development.
We will sit with our governor and possibly our members and take this forward to the next course of action. And if it means for us to take legal action, we're going to take legal action on this one. We want to show Papua New Guinea that we can't allow these illegal activities to continue. By our political leaders who are voted by our people to start diverting money elsewhere where it's not appropriated. This is illegal. This is criminal. We're seeing criminal activities being conducted in the parliament by our parliamentarians. It shouldn't happen. So we're not stopping here. We're going to go next step, and we as the people are going to sue the government for what they are doing, which is criminal.
Women Representative Rachel Evoko said the women of Gulf Province have been left out on development initiatives by the government.
Nothing good for Gulf Province. Nogat look Savelo, Kerema Meritu. Papua New Guinea government nogat 1% look Savelo, Olmeri Kerema, na Gulf Province as whole. Nogat through. All get the resources from Mipla. DY to fish to oil and gas to Gulf Oil Trust. To now gas is coming out. Where is it going to go? By me plus falls and me wearing black plus anapia. One in time by me American am aroused in this black lap.
A leader of the landowners, Dominic Everett, said the directive by the treasurer has resulted in a loss of trust in the government by Papuan leaders like them.
We have 23 reserves, oil and gas in Gulf of Papua. Future of this country is in the hands of Papua Gulf people. What transpired is a slap in the face of Pangu Party, people of Gulf, the indigenous, the original people who established Pangu Party collectively, but Gulf people took the lead. We are talking to our governor to pressure our two MPs to resign from Pangu Party. If those three MPs resign, we are demanding the southern region, from Western Province, Gulf, Central, Oro, Milimbe, resign en masse. We can't allow one-sided, growing big. The rest are living on scratches, struggling to survive every day.
Louis Mangu, National MTV News.
That's not true. Can you confirm to the public?
Prime Minister James Marape said the national government is fair in distributing resources to all provinces. He said it is reflected in the Connect PNG program. Prime Minister said this year they have allocated infrastructural funds to the landowners of Ramanikal, Lear, which pays no corporate tax to the country, PNG LNG despite the project being delayed, and Pogera. Prime Minister said they will not pull out funds from one project and give them to another project unless they are compelled with that decision. He said the national government is also on standby to help provinces and districts that do not want to participate in the key areas. He said the perception that the government is pulling money out from the Gulf provincial government and giving it to another province is wrong. Meanwhile, in a statement, the Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane said the Prime Minister and Treasury Ling Stuckey are the custodians of the public funds, and this glitch payment to Enga Province that was misspelled shows unlawful use of funds for other purposes. Mr. Nomane said he is condemning the actions of both the Prime Minister and the Treasurer. Mr. Nomane is now calling on the members of parliament to leave the government and vote for a new prime minister come August. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News. Member for Samurai Murua, Isi Henry Leonard, said the members need to see what's happening around them and move to change the government.
I'd like to call on all our Papuan leaders right now in the government to now reconsider their position and to follow suit as to what the governor in Gulf, governor is doing.
He called for unity to all his Papuan region members of parliament.
I see there is a great opportunity for us if we can unite the southern region, if we can unite. And I believe with that unity, we can change the government.
He said if this decision is not being considered by the Southern Region MPs, it will haunt them in the near future.
It is our people who will mandate us back, not the party. No, God. Based on our performance, based on what we do for our people. It is based on our performance and how we represent the interest of our people that will mandate us back in 2027.
Mr. Leonard said all the Southern Region members must see what Chris Haiveta is doing and follow his footsteps. He said this after the funds diversion from Gulf to Enga Province. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
Gulf provincial member said he was unhappy because he was not consulted by Prime Minister James Marape before the diversion of funds. In a statement, he said the Treasury Minister Ling Stuckey issued directions authorizing the Secretary of the Department of Treasury to pay 60 million kina in development grants to the Enga provincial government. Out of this 60 million kina, 20 million kina was not appropriated to the Gulf provincial government under the recent Appropriation Act passed by the Parliament. He said this action, which contravenes established budgetary processes, has resulted in the illegal use of funds and further destabilized our government processes. Mr. Haiveta said this has been going on far too long and needs to be immediately addressed.
I was very angry when information was leaked. Where that came from, I don't know. It was leaked. And I got a copy of that. And I told the Prime Minister, I messaged him that I'm pissed off about this. and I needed an explanation from him. He said it was typo. The treasurer said it was typo. And you all know I said it is not typo.
He further stated that if the money is allocated to a province, it shouldn't be diverted elsewhere. Provinces that will be affected are Western Province, Gulf Province, Central Province, Southern Islands, and Hala Province.
And the governors of 4 provinces, who are affected because the IDGs in the PMJM agreement got diverted.
Mr. Iveta said the Prime Minister is committed to meet with the members of Parliament of the 5 provinces to sort this financial issue out. Louis Maingo, National MTV News. Governor for Gulf, Chris Iveta, submitted his withdrawal letter to Prime Minister following the recent events, claiming government's decision to divert allocated funds of business development grants meant for Gulf Province for Papua LNG. Mr. Iveta said he has filed a case against the government in what he believes strongly to be an illegal diversion of funds.
I remain with the party, but I will not be a member of the parliamentary caucus, and I will fight this fight, as I said, through the courts to seek redress, and whatever the court decides, that answer I accept.
Mr. Iveta also stated that he will remain as a Pangu Party member, concentrating and growing the party at the provincial level, and remain committed to cooperate long-term in developing upcoming projects such as Papua LNG, PASCA, and Wilder Beast with the government.
That I will withdraw from my party. I will withdraw from Pangu and just be an ordinary branch member in my province.
In a statement, Mr. Iveta said he has made a difficult decision to withdraw from Marape government. He stated that the decision was not made lightly, but it is necessary. The Gulf landowners spokesman said they support their provincial member on his decision and they are waiting for courts to make its decision.
Alternate Prime Minister and member for Finsaven, Rainbow Paita, has called for investigation into the alleged payment of business development grants belonging to Gulf Province to Enga provincial government by Treasury. Paita's calls come following the diversion of funds meant for Gulf Province to Enga Province. Paita is concerned that the actions of Prime Minister James Marape and Treasurer Ling Stuckey amount to gross misappropriation of funds and abuse of office. He said this incident warrants a full investigation. Meantime, Prime Minister James Marape, in a statement, has assured the people of Gulf that their business development grants are still intact and not diverted elsewhere as alleged. He clarified that there was an incorrect wording on a warrant instrument, which the Treasurer acted and corrected right away. The Prime Minister also assured the people of this country that the Pangu-led government is allocating development funds to all resource projects. Marape reiterated that all resource projects are equal and fairness would be upheld.
In a recent statement, Mr. Iveta called on Zema lawyers to take all steps necessary to file proceedings to restrain the Department of Treasury, Department of Finance and Enga Provincial Government to pay or use or to take any other action following the direction on 7 July 2024 given by the Minister for Treasury and defend the proceeding, including any appeal that may arise. He further stated that Zema lawyers should write and lay formal complaints with the police, Ombudsman Commission and other appropriate authorities regarding the matter. Currently, Mr. Iveta is working on getting approval from all Gulf provincial members. He asked the legal team to keep him updated on the progress of the matter with the legal costs explained in taxable format.